What we hear consistently from capital projects leaders is that there is a huge amount of value attached to their capital management system. Between 2022 and 2027, about $130 trillion of capital will be spent, and that's almost a 70% increase compared with the previous 5 years. Our research suggests that most large capital projects end up either overrunning cost or schedule by around 30 to 45%. These huge capital projects are very complex. They involve assembling teams of multidisciplinary nature and also collaborating across the whole ecosystem.
I met a lot of the CapEx leaders in Asia. They have 3 questions. Question number 1, how can they deliver the projects on time and with the cost that they promised? And then question 2 is about how can you get better people, how can you train them, and then build the capabilities. And lastly, we also get questions about how can we deliver carbon-free projects.
We think technology actually has the real ability to reduce that uncertainty and to ensure that capital projects are operating on the efficient frontier. And there are 3 applications in particular that we think are making a huge difference. And the first is using digital twins to optimize design and scope, and actually creating an emulation and a simulation of the physical as-built asset as a way of making trade-offs and decisions. The second is generative scheduling, which is a way of using machine learning and advanced analytics as a way of actually simulating the build sequence and process and identifying potential errors or clashes in advance, as well as how to resequence and re-resource work. And thirdly, the use of digital control towers, which can stitch together data and insights, both backward-looking and predictive, in a way that gives project leaders real-time insight into the performance and progress of a project and allows them to problem solve and correct the trajectory of a project before it gets out of control.
For example, we recently applied generative AI scheduling to petrochemical and mining projects. And all days, project managers only have a few scenarios. And then, it takes a lot of time to generate even those a few scenarios. But now with this Gen AI-based scheduling, they can generate thousands, millions of scenarios within a few minutes, few hours, and then can compare these scenarios to come up with a better resource planning, better work sequence. And then I think it's important that the project leaders to understand the impact of these new tools and then find a way to deploy faster and then more to their portfolios.
A consistent practice that we see the leaders in capital projects adopt is for every dollar they spend on tech enablement, they spend an equivalent amount on change management and capability building. We also see a lot of the leading organizations in capital delivery acknowledging and recognizing that capital project development and delivery is a competency in its own right, and creating tailored academies and internal skills building journeys that train the next generation of their capital projects leaders.